Hey everybody, Princess Jillian here with Infinite Thriver. And I've been streaming for a couple of years now, video games, pinball, all sorts of things. And you very seldom see a different background. And people ask all the time, what's on the other side of the door? What's on the other side of this pinball wall? Because that's what you guys see most of the time. And for the last year, I've been working on turning that into my own workshop space. And here during the pandemic, where we've all been locked down, I've had a lot more time to order some things and actually start putting things on walls and organizing. It's not quite done, but it's at a spot where I think I'm proud enough to show people. So, without further ado, let's take a look inside the workshop. See, it's organized but a mess at the moment. We got a lot of projects in flight, so that's going to happen. We just rolled one of Pete's machines in this week. Even though we still have materials all over the shop because we haven't found the right storage places for it yet, it's nice to have a project in here so we can start using the space and learning from where we put things and where we want to put things. Spaces have a tendency to evolve as they go. I've tried to rack as much on the walls as I can. There's certain stuff that just doesn't lend well to be hung. I've got too many screwdrivers, too many sets of pliers, way too many sockets. So I decided to go with, your traditional storage cabinet for tools. It's on wheels. It's one of the principles I believe in, is that everything in the workshop needs to be on wheels. Heavier stuff at the bottom, everything in trays sorted or on strips, ready to go. On the wall here, I put the common stuff, more hardware items, and then down below the more power tools that I couldn't mount on the wall, as well as bins for wire brushes and more things that kind of go with the tools, grinder wheels, staples, drills, all that kind of stuff. Zip ties, tape, PPE, all of that's in one area where all of our chemicals are. And then under that's kind of our hardware section. It's where I have all the drywall screws, the regular screws, the nuts and bolts, all sorts of things there. Moving over more hardware stuff, and then we get into the pinball specific things. The bulbs, the pin hardware, the pads, the glides, all of the things, coils, various playfield parts, all tubbed up the way they should be. And as the tubs get too full, I split them into multiple ones and parse them off. Like I did here with all the computer parts. All the different computer cables, network cables, they all get put away. Over here, these are all my electronic components for my soldering station. The soldering station's a mess at the moment, but it is a nice epoxy resin table. The workbench needs a rework. One of my principles is it should be clear, which right now it's not. On the wall on the opposite side of the shop, hammers and things, this is where most of the woodworking tools live. Table saw, bench grinder. The drill press and miter saw live over here as well. I also have some kick presses. I love these things, they always come handy. In our basement, there's a small family room. When we moved in, I mounted a TV and soundbar over the fireplace, and my roommates had been using it as their downstairs living room for many years. On the left, we took out a wall and decided that we were going to put in built-in bookcases for all of my wife's retro gaming systems. This is a household project. This is the first foray into woodworking, so I think it came out pretty good considering we had never stained or polyurethaned anything before. It's mostly put together with pocket screws. On the bottom you can see I've already installed the first two shelves. Video games have already been sorted into bins. Lauren and Mike have done a great job at sorting everything, but there's a lot more stuff to sort. We've still got to install all the video game systems, move the electrical wiring for the TV, move the cable wiring, and then get all the systems wired up through various switches. There's a lot of game system boxes that still need to be gone through. Megan has everything going all the way back to the Intellivision. So many old wires and converters are going to be needed for this project. We hope to build a similar bookcase that swings for a hidden door into our arcade. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the workshop, and I hope you'll follow along with us as we finish the bookcase project, get the retro game systems up and going, and hopefully build a swinging bookcase, hidden door, and then maybe even reface the bar after that and really make that room look great. So please, subscribe, like, follow, comment, and join our Discord to be an Infinite Thriver and come along with us as we do all of this weird stuff that we do called life.